Hi guys, Dave Benson here, Philippine Bible Ministry. Today I want to talk about this present darkness. Frank Peretti wrote a book a long time ago. Frank Peretti is a great Christian author. Amazing story of his life. He had a cleft palate. Anyway, I don't really want to go into Frank Peretti right now, but he's also a great speaker. If you ever heard any of his like like messages, he's got some great messages about following God and just just a godly person who's been through a lot. But he wrote this book called This Present Darkness, um, and it's about demons and angels around us having a battle as we're battling to follow God, and it's just a really I always loved it. It's been a long time since I read it, but it comes from Ephesians 6. Just a second, let me get my eyes. Just a sec. I used to wear my glasses all the time, and then I had that eye surgery, and then I got used to not wearing them at all, and then I came back to wearing them, and now I'm still like I don't wear them a lot. Hang on. Okay, so Ephesians 6:12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Spiritual hosts of wickedness, and then it says rulers of this dark age, and then I think the NIV or something says this present darkness, right? So we are in a dark world, right? We have been since the fall, and it says in Isaiah, no, Isaiah, and it also says in the New Testament in John that we were in a great darkness, and then there came a light, right? And the light is Jesus, and the light shines on the hill, and we're supposed to be the light to the world, and the light goes into darkness, the darkness doesn't understand it. So what's going on in this world? Well, there's like a cult of death in this world. That's what I'm gonna call it. This present darkness. First, I want to say this too. I'm always telling you guys that this is not the worst that it's ever been, and we always think it's the worst it's ever been because we're looking for the last days, and this is it, and everything's never been this bad. And no, it has. It has been this bad. It's been worse. In the 20th century, we had not just World War II. I mean, people talk about Adolf Hitler like he's the worst person, and he's terrible, horrible. But Mao Zedong killed more people, and those people were raped and murdered and starved and beaten and when you put Stalin in there, the communism killed a lot more people than the Germans, the Nazis. But all of it, and it all happened in the same century. So altogether, we have like 150 million people killed. Some of them brutally. Terrible age. And then go back to the Dark Ages. There's just so many horrible things that happen in history. But I just want to say this. I was thinking about that. I'm always telling you guys that, and people are like, yeah, whatever. Well, this is the worst it's ever been. It's because this is the worst we've seen it, and because we didn't live in those times. And no matter how much you read about it or watch movies, or experiencing something's a lot different than reading about it or experiencing it through media or something. So this present darkness is pretty bad. I mean, in the United States, there's about 10 million people that would like to see the president of the United States assassinated. Now, whatever you think of a politician, that is disgusting. That's horrible. I mean, there's one guy, the guy in China, maybe I would say that. But even as I said that to somebody, I thought, well, no, I'd much rather see him get saved. I'd much rather pray for his soul because if he got saved, could you imagine the changes in this world? Anyway, but that's death, and it's okay. They're okay with murdering. They're okay with destroying property. They're okay with burning stuff down. They're okay with beating people up. They're okay with. I mean, and there's just so much weird stuff happening. Somebody just killed their mom and dad. They were planning on killing the president. Somebody just burned down this governor's house in Pennsylvania because he's a Jew. And there's just a lot of death in this world. A lot of death and destruction, and it just seems like a very dark age. And I think it started back in the 20th century with how prevalent abortion has become in the Western world. And that is, people don't realize how disgusting abortion, how horrible it is, taking the innocent life. Obviously, the devil's in it. It's not right. It's not right to kill baby humans. How is that right? Save the whales but kill the babies. It's not right. So this presence of darkness is just a horrible thing. And how do we see it manifest in this world? Well, my wife was just telling me, thinking back when she was a kid in the Philippines. When she was a kid in the Philippines, during Holy Week, people were more, there was no karaoke. There was no, people were just different. It was like people were reverent. Say what you want about, Philippines is a Catholic nation. They shouldn't be doing this and the other. And there are some things in Catholicism that are pagan. I get that. I'm not defending the whole religion, but the people I will defend. But I would say this, and there's a lot of Protestants too. So she grew up as a Protestant, but they had a reverence for the Holy Week. She said it was usually quiet in the neighborhood. She said when you would turn on the TV in those days in Philippines, it would always be something about the Holy Week, and you'd hear it on the radio, and you'd hear famous people talk about it. And now the famous people are showing you their great vacations, and it's just like the U.S. They don't care about Jesus. It's just about, look at all the stuff I'm doing. Look at my cool bikini. Look at my stuff. Look at me. I'm so worldly. I'm so wonderful. Isn't it great we have this week off and we can just do whatever we want. Let's go get drunk and have karaoke. No reverence for the Lord. It's dark. It's dark in the Philippines. It's dark in America. It's dark in the world, right? You know how many people in this world? I don't know if you realize it. Most of the people under the age of 50 are on antidepressants in the West. Now, in the Philippines, they can't afford it. But yeah, I mean, why is that? Well, why is that? That's part of this. That's part of this destruction, and it's from the devil, man. And he wants to keep people confused and angry. And when people commit this violence, there's almost this promise of make you feel better, but it won't. It make you feel worse. I just see the hate and the vitriol out there. It's like, okay, I don't like his politics, but I don't have to hate him, right? I don't have to hate anybody. I'm supposed to love everyone. How do you love other people? I don't know. I mean, it's just so sad. But there is hope. Jesus says, I have overcome the world. He is the light inside of us. He is the light of this world. We are the light. We're the light of the world. And that's supposed to come from us. And we do have this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't be hidden under a basket. No, I'm gonna let it shine, right? So what's the answer to this present darkness? We are. Don't whine. That's the thing. It's easy to get depressed. It's easy to hear. I try to stay away from too much of that because a lot of people talk about, look how bad it is, so bad, so bad. But then the light comes, and the darkness doesn't comprehend it. Darkness is not the opposite of light. Darkness is the absence of light. So when light comes, the darkness runs, the darkness scatters. The cockroaches hide when you turn on the lights. The light disinfects, it cleanses, right? So the Lord will cleanse this world. I believe it fully, 100%. The rock that grows, Daniel said, the rock that grows into a mountain that takes over the world. Go there, make disciples of all the people, preach the gospel to all the people. The light that takes over the world, guys, that's what's going to happen. But it's hard to see in the darkness, right? So don't look at the darkness. Acknowledge it. I know people in it. It breaks my heart. I'm going to do another video in a minute about that. So acknowledge it, and then as it breaks your heart, then say, okay, Lord, let's go. As it breaks your heart, let it break your heart all the way. Like embrace it, and then turn around and say, but the Lord will overcome. God is more powerful. Be not afraid. I've overcome the world. God bless you guys. Ciao, ciao for now.